All right, welcome back to Thriving Life Outfitters. I've got a video I wanted to share here. I wanted to shoot this and give it a try. It has to do with dementia and a mind that is fractiled. I call it fractiled. It's a little bit like looking at a kaleidoscope and trying to just see one thing in a kaleidoscope of things that are going on. This was brought to light by Bo the other night. We were sharing and discussing, and he says, "Hey, I'd love to share something with you just to get your feedback." Now, he didn't share what it was or what it was about or mention dementia or any of that. He just started playing through, and this is a YouTube of about 6 hours worth of an attempt to help people understand what it's like in the mind of someone with dementia. I didn't know that at the time, and I may have reacted much differently if I'd have known that. But he started out, and in the beginning, um, I could tell my body was just tensing up and relating to it. And as he goes through the 5 or 6 levels, I knew exactly what I was feeling, and I was crawling out of my skin because I knew this feeling. And I want to share this. It was interesting because I had an amazing experience of healing out of it, which I may make into a different video. But here's what we're going to try to do. I'm going to share um, a musical rendition of what it's like to be in the mind of someone with dementia. And just so y'all know, like, this is a little bit into my history as well. So 4 or 5 years ago, um, this is where my mind was. Like, this is a perfect representation of how I was trying to exist with my mind sounding like this. And so we're going to start there, and then I'm going to add in one of the beginning tracks. And if you can imagine, I was feeling very calm when I had both of these running at the same time. It's a really, really strange place to be when you have all this chaos going on in your brain and you find something to focus on. It just relaxes you, even though all of that stuff is going on in the background. It's just hell is what it is. And I won't get into all of the different things, but a book called It Didn't Start With You, a book called When the Body Says No, along with a lot of other stuff, internal family systems therapy. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. And I can't forget that a product called Protandem, which I represent and offer now, has made a huge difference. So anyway, let me pause, and I'm going to bring up the initial recording. Okay, here we go. So this is YouTube. It's if you want to look it up, here it is. This is in YouTube. So let's play this. So you'll notice some background music and some static. This is essentially beginning the stages of what the dementia brain is like. So let's pause this, and I'm going to bring up another one. This is later on. This is a little bit more what it's like as it advances, and this is essentially what I was feeling about 5 or 6 years ago. Now let's play them both at the same time. Believe it or not, I am completely focused in on the first one. The second one fades into the background. Okay, so I'm inclined to encourage everyone to understand that perhaps you had a visceral reaction to that, and it's a interesting trailhead or a place to begin to get curious. And you know, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of you out there that were friends with me at that point. Definitely did not. You just had such a hard time relating to me, and honestly, I had a hard time relating to you too because that's the mind that I was living in. And I'm glad to be free of that. I'm glad to have moved beyond that. However, I will say that there's still a lot of static in my brain, and it takes a while for me to focus. And there are things that would throw me, like just a saying, just a reaction, something that triggers a memory back in that time of my life. And I'll be back in that just absolute chaos of a brain. And so please understand that when I react oddly, I'm working through stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that when I tap into sharing these videos, it's not easy. It brings back old memories and old visceral reactions that they're tough. I mean, I'm not gonna try to sweeten this. It's just freaking tough. And so I also look at sharing all these videos and going back through all of this trauma stuff as a way to perhaps heal a lot of that stuff that happened. So anyway, there's a look into it if you want to see more. Go ahead and look at that YouTube and pull that up and play around with it. If there was something, anything at all in this that felt like it enlightened you or brought understanding, or that perhaps changes the way you're going to view the people in your life with dementia, and perhaps hopefully find a level of compassion. Not that you don't have it now, but just play around with that. Anyway, hit a like for me, make a comment, share your thoughts on this. And if you've taken it further or have more to offer, please let me know. We're all in this together. We're all learning as we go, and hopefully we all grow and expand from it. So thanks for listening. Thanks from Thriving Life Outfitters, and I'll see you out there on the trail.